Hi, my name's Todd Patch, and the topic that I was given was cricket and tea, the influence of the British Empire on Pakistan. So here we have a little map of the world, and we're going to start off in Britain. So the British decided to expand the Eastern Indian uh, Trading Company to India, and the English moved to expand trade in the East Indies. This happened all in the early 1600s because the British wanted to expand. They decided to establish forts and militaries along with armies to kind of get their foot in the door. As they did this, they were able to, I guess, legally establish a residence in India when they had set up a deal with the Mughal Emperor Nuruddin Salim Jahangir. And that was a really big step for them to establish some permanent residence in India. So, kind of setting the stage for the British, the Mughal rule in the 1500s through the 1700s. It was about a 200-year ruling that initially started out good with rulers like Akbar, but then later on towards the end, the country of India kind of was ruined economically with their treasury depleted and religious tensions high because of, I don't know how you say his name, Aurangzeb. He essentially created those tensions by forcing conversions and what's the word? Harshly treating Hindus along the way. So that kind of set the stage for the British at that time because everything was falling apart. So the British influence in India, they were, like I said before, they were able to establish forts and private armies. They signed treaties in exchange for protection, and they were able to establish direct control of administration of India. And you're able to see the British government structure begin to form as they start to call officials into the Indian government. The cultural influence was great too as they started to establish education, medicine, transportation, and agriculture. Although some of the agriculture was kind of a hindrance on India because such things as, I think it's cash crops, those were kind of a failure and they hindered the agriculture of India in a big way, which led to famine. But railways were a big benefit to India at the same time. And then finally, the British influence in Pakistan today. So, as Pakistan and, or I should say, the Muslims and the Hindus were rising in tension, the partition of India eventually occurred, allowing Pakistan to form its own country aside from India. And it left Pakistan struggling for a while. A lot of people struggled with their identity because of the Western influence that was brought in through the British, through their forms of education. They were able to influence the way of thinking in many of the Indians people and Pakistanis as well. It started to influence their way of questioning their basic human rights, individuality, as well as women having more rights in their society. And to this day, Pakistan struggles to get back their unique identity as they're striving to establish their culture and try to stay away from those Western mindsets. And that's it. And here are my sources. Thanks.